Hello again and welcome to Ndudu by Fafa. It is Sunday and we have to add that regal je ne sais quoi to our day. Why not? Anyway, welcome again to my creative cooking channel Ndudu by Fafa. And as you can tell, I've added a little bit of olive oil and my, sausages in there. What is she trying to do here? Now, this is a creative channel, so if you're a purist, you'll be frowning by now. But of course, I've added my carrots as one does. What is she doing? Anyway, she's frying this, and she's just going to allow this to cook through and through. Now, if this is your first time, you have to click the subscribe button if you haven't done so yet, and the notification button, which means each time I upload a video, you are notified of it, and you do not miss a thing, and I do not want to miss you. So at this point, I decided to add my slow-cooked WAAKYE stew that I made with goat meat and some eggs, which is packed with natural flavors. Now, I'll leave a link in the description box below so you can familiarize yourself with it. Because when it comes to stew, you need to slow cook it and you need to let it rest for at least 24 hours before you use it. So now that I've done that, I've got that refrigerated, put in an airtight container, and that lasts me for a week. And you can freeze it as well. So as and when a recipe requires it, you know what, you use it. Anyway, you can even tell the egg there. And yes, I'm just adding my water. So I've now got goat meat here. I've got an egg, I've got carrots, I've got sausages. When I told you this is a regal affair, I wasn't kidding, Notification gang. Mindanyashi, akbenami, medamwase. You guys are cool. Thank you very, very much. You keep this moving. So anyway, I've added my water. So I've now sort of created that stock. Exactly. And then look, I've actually got some grilled, corn on the cob. But what is that doing in the pot? Now that's when you know you are tuned in to Ndudu by Fafa. We don't do things in half. We just get all regal with this recipe, as I mentioned before. Now this is love in the clay pot, okay, Vinny? Oh yes, of course I'm going to add my bay leaf, and that adds that color and flavor, and it's nice and fresh. Now, of course, if you don't have the fresh one, you can use the dry ones, not a problem. Now I'm going to allow this to simmer just so that infusion takes place. And this is on a medium to low heat, and that should take at least about 10 minutes. So I took the egg and of course the corn on the cob out because they've infused their flavors in there and they've absorbed some of the flavors. And now I'm adding my millet, yes. And I'm also going to be adding some fonio to it because I don't have enough fonio. And mixing these two is just incredible. So of course, if you have fonio, you can just use fonio for it. And if you have millet, yes, you can also get that. Now you can get the millet online. I'll leave a link in the description box and that can help you. But sooner or later, you will be able to find this easily. Because Ndudu by Fafa is moving again. Channel. Mika Chawaga. But in due course, you'll find out exactly what's happening. But anyway, I had to put my corn on the cob back. And have you noticed that the number of corn on the cob reduced? Yes, because they didn't survive. They ended up somewhere in my mouth. It was so nice though. Anyway, so I think this is where I'm going to be steaming that. So on a very, very low heat. And also what's going to happen is this is going to be smoky. I'm going for that smoky flavor, and I'll show you how I do it. But I told you I never actually waste anything. So even the spoon that I used in scooping the stew from my container, I'm just rinsing it with that little excess water. I'm adding a pinch of salt to taste because of course the stew already had salt. So I had to be careful the amount of salt that I used. And I'm just going to mix everything together until it's well combined, maintaining that low to medium heat and knowing that this is flavor packed. So now we're going to be mimicking, that smoky flavor that jollof is known for. But now I'm just going to allow this to bubble through so that the steam does rise. Once that happens, then of course I'm using my grease-proof paper. As you can see here, you can use your parchment paper, baking paper, your foil, and you just trap that steam in and cook it gently for about 10 minutes. Now I'm liking the egg there. I mean, that egg has soaked the stew. It actually looks like an egg with a shell on, but it's not. Anyway, so I'm adding some onions at this point, and I'm just going to cover it again with my grease-proof paper that I'm using so I can just trap that steam in. And after another 10 minutes, let's just see. Now, do you think I was going to leave it? There's a reason why I opened it, because I'm going to be infusing it with more flavors. I know. You better click that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet, and the notification button now, because you don't want to miss future videos, do you? No. So at this point, I decided to add a couple of my slow roasted cherry tomatoes that is infused in olive oil and some special herbs and spices. Yes. Now don't you worry, I've got you all covered because this is going to be available soon. Hint, hint, yes. And the beauty about the, slow roasted tomato is it has this intense sweet flavor as well. And of course, the herbs also complement it. So when you actually bite into the, this jollof and then you bite into that, it's just a mouthful of flavors. So after another 15 minutes, yes, because it does take a while for the millets to cook, I've just opened that and look at this. This is what's called integration, united. Okay, Mini. This is a culture in a pot. Ndudu's culture. Hey, look, the corn on the cob survived. Yes, I mean, seriously, it's so nice. So just imagine biting into a carrot, then an onion with the sausage and also the corn on the cob, and having that nutty flavor coming through from the fonio. You think I'm done anyway. So here in my frying pan, I'm adding some oil. What is she up to? Look, seriously, I did mention that this is a regal recipe. So of course I had to fry some, ripened plantain. Yes, because they're also going to add their sweetness to the dish. Yeah, I know. Just click the subscribe button. Just do that, and the notification button. You don't want to be missing these kind of recipes. So this is like the regal one. These are the recipes that you need to be creative for the kings and the queens in your lives. You know what I mean? So we're going to be browning this. Yes, absolutely. And, that will just take you at least about 3 minutes to fry on each side. So after 6 minutes, you're done. So you do this when your dish is almost done. And I've only got about 10 minutes left for my dish to be cooked. So yeah, let's check that it's ready. Using my strainer to strain any excess oil away from the plantain, and it's just lovely and candy-like. Look at that. Look at the different shades. Yes, absolutely. And I'm so excited about this. I don't know about you. Can you imagine the flavors that this is just going to offer the dish? And I've just done the one look line. Yes. Anyway, look at that smokiness. You could just tell this jollof, it de be and casa. Where your pot day, where your pan day, where your plate day, where your bowl day. Wasan kane we him fikol vami dunula nuke Ndudu enye ya okoglo na mabedi enye ya kwe bona boy me. Anyway, so yes, I think this is almost done, and it's time for me to serve this. So I've just got my bowl here, and I'll be transferring this. This is not any other food. This is Ndudu by Fafa. Hey, look, the corn on the cob did survive. I've done well with that because seriously, I just kept eating it and eating it and eating it. Yes. So now, in terms of substitutes. Like if you don't have the sausages, you can omit that altogether. You can just, just use whatever you have. Absolutely, chorizo. If you've got chorizo, yeah, that would definitely work. Absolutely. But yeah, be creative. Just use what you have. Then that's the thing that I try to push. Use the little that you have, but make the most out of it. And this is exactly what I'm doing here. So just watch what I do with my shenanigans and, decorate this to make sure that it's cool. But you think I'm done? Trust me, there's something happening. Don't you worry. So in the same frying pan, I've got a little bit of oil there and I'm just going to be flash frying these onions. Yes, because they're going to be part of my decoration. And yes, for good measure and for that flavor, I need to add a little bit of salt so that it extracts a bit of the moisture. Yes, I'm tossing that and I'm cooking on a very high heat, as I mentioned. Now a knob of butter. That's so naughty but nice. And yes, let's toss this bad girl as always. Yes, and you can just tell it's browning quickly because I need the onions to, still be al dente, so still have that crunch to it, but also have the color, which I definitely need. So now that looks good. And at this point, I'm going to be adding my apple cider vinegar. I'm just going to add a little bit, so it just plays on that sweet and sour flavor. Absolutely, and it works really well. So once it's just like, steaming out, I've just mixed it and I think this is ready for me to continue my shenanigans. A lot does happen behind the scenes, What a simple dish. Why don't we just, drizzle this with a little bit of fennel, which of course I have in my garden. So yes, it's easy. I mean, this is optional. You don't have to. But look, it just makes the dish look colorful, doesn't it? And the flavor, that licoricey flavor, that's just going to permeate through. Flavor by Nyama Jollof. Naturally, I'll be leaving the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog ndudu.fafa.blogspot.com, so do check it out. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat as Ndudu by Fafa, so do pass by and say hi. Until next time, thank you very much, kings and queens, and Norel, thank you so much for my theme song, and I love you for you. Hold your head high. Me love you for you.